Hey there guys, welcome to this video. My name is Pushpinder Gill, and in this video we're going to be talking about the magnitude of a vector. Right, so let's go ahead and get started guys. So if you watched the previous videos of vector, you must have seen that we've discussed that a vector is something that can actually be represented in two forms, let's say 2, 3. Right, so if let's suppose that let's suppose you want to represent that in a geometrical format, you can actually pick up anything to be the origin. Let's suppose 1, 1 is the origin. You have to go 2 like this, and you have to go 3 like this. So this line represents your vector 2, 3. Now, if you want to find out the magnitude of this vector, that means that the value of this r, this length over here, as you can see, you can easily apply the Pythagoras theorem here. Now, what's the Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem will say that r square is actually equal to 2 square plus 3 square, which means r square is equal to 4 plus 9. That means r is equal to square root of 4 plus 9. That is actually square root of 13. That means the magnitude of this vector is square root of 13. Now let's say I'm actually going to define what I'm going to do here. So if you have a vector v with v1 and v2 as components, that means the resultant is simply going to be equal to square root of v1 square and v2 square. And the way you represent this is like this. This is how you say the magnitude of v. Fine. So this is how you find out the value of the magnitude of a vector. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's see some questions here. So let's say, for example, I have vector u as 4, -3. If I want to find out the magnitude of u, that would simply be square root of 4 square and -3 square, which would actually be equal to square root of 16 and 9, which would be equal to square root of 25, which would be equal to 5. So that would be the magnitude of u. Now, let's say, for example, if we have a question in another way, let's suppose the question says that the value of v, vector v, is 6, k, and the magnitude of v is given to us as 10. We have to get the value of k. So how are we going to find that? So simply the value of 10, that is the magnitude of v, is actually equal to square root of 6 square plus k square, which means if I square all the sides up, I'll get 10 square is actually equal to 6 square plus k square, which means that 100 is equal to 36 plus k square. That means k square is equal to 100 minus 36. That means k square is equal to 64. That means k is equal to plus 8 or minus 8. So these are the two different values of k that I have. Now let's say, for example, you're not being given the vector itself. You've been given, let's suppose, vector A, it's 3 and 5, and vector B, it's -1 and 3. Now let's suppose if we have to find the magnitude of AB. Now how do you find the value, the vector AB? The vector AB is actually simply equal to OB minus OA, something that we've done in the previous videos. So this is something known as vector OB. This is something known as vector OA, where O is the origin. So from here you can say that vector AB is -1 minus 3, 3 minus 5. That means this is equal to -4 and -2. So you want to find the magnitude of AB? Well, that simply is going to be equal to square root of -4 square and -2 square, which is actually going to be equal to 16 plus 4, which is square root of 20. So that's fine, guys. I hope you're able to understand what I'm trying to say here. That's very easy. So that'll be about the video, guys. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you understood what I intended here. And I'll see you in the next one. Just make sure that you give us your valuable like on this Facebook page. Explore more about us on this website. And you can, give your valuable feedback on this email address. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.